This is probably one of the biggest gaming showcases of the year. Xbox is back. Let's check it out. Alright, you guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am reacting to the Starfield Direct Showcase. This is gonna be a super long video because there's a lot to look at here. This is pretty long. I went to live stream and I just kind of fast forwarded to the part where the Starfield part is. So we're gonna look at this together. I kind of scrubbed through this video a little bit, saw some pretty cool stuff, but we're gonna react to all that stuff together. So if you guys like this content, hit the like button. If you guys want to see more videos like this from me, I react to the games, space games, sci-fi, whatever you have, you know, it's what I'm into, it's what I like sci-fi games, and I react to it. I play Star Citizen. If you guys like Star Citizen, consider subscribing. Again, now with all that out of the way, let's not mess around anymore. Let's get into this game. Bethesda, the godfather of RPGs. They're tackling space games. What are they going to come up with? I want to know. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. We got the countdown. Of course, if you're gonna take off into space, you need the countdown. My head's kind of blocking it here. Okay, let's go. Let's see what Bethesda has for us. I'm going to try not to pause too much through this video so you guys can kind of see a little bit better.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you from
16 times the detail. Sorry, I had to.
The Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up.
This guy is cool, man. I like this guy. You know, don't take that the wrong way. Todd Howard is a cool guy. I'm a fan of his.
The space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do. And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look. Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours.
Okay, I'm gonna pause right here for a second. If the frame rate looks kind of wonky right now, that's probably OBS. What I'm seeing looks really smooth. Now, before we really get into this, I guess I should kind of say what I hope to see in this. I hope they talk about the frame rate. I hope they tell us if it's going to be 30 FPS or 60 FPS. Right off the bat, that's kind of a big concern from a lot of people. Realistically, it might not matter. It's it doesn't matter to a lot of people, but it is a question that a lot of people have. So I'm curious to see if they're going to answer it. Second thing is, a lot of people have questions about ground vehicles. Now, I see a lot of walking right now. Characters walking on the planet. It's not a bad thing. I don't, specifically have a problem with that. But if these planets are very big, walking could take a lot of time. And a lot of people might be very interested in seeing ground vehicles. The third thing probably is atmospheric flight. Can we fly through the clouds and experience that? I know a lot of people are probably wondering about that. The next thing I would say I want to know about is companions. What does that system look like? Are companions like predefined characters in the game, or can we really just have interactions with any NPC? I think that's kind of a big thing. So yeah, those are kind of, the few things right off the back that I would say I want to see if get answered in this showcase. So far, it's looking pretty good though. So let's get back into it.
It's yours.
Okay, we got lightning and rain.
It wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance.
You've seen this.
To the people and creatures that live in these worlds.
No,
that isn't just
a lot
of
this is new.
That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
Okay. That's Todd, come on now. And that's kind of my thing about Todd is he knows the tech, but yes, that planet is there, but it's a skybox. If you're loading into the planet separately from space, it's a skybox. Is that planet there in the game that you can go to? Yes, it's there in the game and you can go to that planet, but it's not physically there in game. If that makes any sense. You're not flying straight to that planet. You're gonna leave this instance, go through a cutscene to go through the atmosphere, and then you can go to that planet. So there's a bit of a difference there, and I feel like that language needs to be clear. And yes, technically he's right, but also technically it's not that simple. So I feel like being honest about how that works is important, and that, making that distinction is also important. Because it also kind of means that, like, if you see a feature on a planet from space, you can't fly down to that feature and that feature be what you're exploring. Okay, so, and I feel like that's why a lot of these planets look very smooth. They don't have a lot of visible terrain from space. Is probably because the terrain is procedurally generated, so what you're seeing from space is not what you'll be exploring on the planet. Again, I could be wrong, I don't know, but that's what I'm guessing based on the technology that they've described in the past about the game. So let's get back into it.
Realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of...
Oh, okay, wait a minute. That's a landmark on Earth. Is Earth gonna be in this game? Yeah, that's Earth. So I guess this is in the future and we lost Earth, and so it's like a wasteland and we can go back and visit it. That's interesting. That was a big question a lot of players want to answer this. Is Earth in this game? Can we go to Earth? Looks like Earth is in this game and we can go there, and it's not looking good for Earth. Okay, that is very interesting. Cool, I like it. I think that's an interesting way to do it. I think that's a good way to do it, but let's keep going.
Star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person.
Okay, that looks really good.
We love exploration and rewarding it.
Okay, let's look at this for a second. This is your scanning system, and you have the planet down on the bottom, temperature, survey. So this is like your scanning HUD.
You explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
So how does that work though? Do you have like a character inventory, a backpack? There's no like animation where you pick up the ore. It just like goes into your inventory, and I think that's fine. I think that makes sense for a game like this. This looks like you know, it's focusing on the RPG elements. But yeah, I don't know how that. I guess you just go straight into your inventory and you just keep going. Okay, we got some action here. Let's look at the gunplay. Let's really break this down and analyze it. Yeah, and again, you guys, the frame rate looks not great in OBS right now. That's just OBS. I encourage you to go and watch this for yourself. This is just my reaction, so you can see how this is actually looking. I can't tell if this is 30 or 60 FPS, but OBS is definitely making it look weird. So don't take that for how the game actually looks.
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up, and you can view all that in your data menu.
Okay.
This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object.
Cool looking
from
weapons.
all of your weapons, to spacesuits.
I like the suits too.
To food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food.
There's a little bit of survival mechanic. You need to eat.
You can walk back or fast travel to your ship.
Oh, you can
We
fast travel
have
back.
companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship,
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
and he can even say your name.
Okay, that's
Let's head
cool.
out.
I don't know how they do that. That's cool.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age.
The combat looked good, I have to say that. It looked better. I feel like they worked on it.
Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA,
Yeah,
which
the
is the
combat
rigid,
looked good.
hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch. A bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi.
I like
where
that
everything is
design.
well used,
Yeah.
worn, and lived in.
That was really good.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It
Okay,
starts with the
star
planet
map.
you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations.
I like that system.
Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system.
Okay.
Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy.
Nice.
Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course.
This reminds me kind of the web-based star map in Star Citizen, which again is just way better than the in-game star map in Star Citizen. I have no idea what the update for the star map is gonna look like in Star Citizen, but it cannot come soon enough, and it's so brutal.
To ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones.
Okay, so yeah, that's another thing that I kind of heard about before, is that you some systems are going to be kind of level gated, so you're going to need to upgrade your components to get to them. And I feel like that makes sense for an RPG. You want to create that style, that type of linear progression, so the player isn't overwhelmed with content at the beginning of the game, and you kind of open up that the ability to do more as you play the game. To me, it looks like there might be a ton of content in this game.
But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
Okay, that's pretty
Scan
cool.
complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
Now, I do have to say one thing, and I'm sorry, I said I was going to pause too much, but I'm pausing a lot. That's just me. I have a lot of thoughts on stuff. I'm not seeing ground vehicles. I'm not seeing roads. I'm seeing a lot of people walking around on foot. But the cities do look really cool. They look really good. They look massive. But again, I'm not really seeing a lot of vehicles.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
Okay, building
Paralyzing if
interiors.
you really stop and think about it.
Got a little shops, little coffee
It's
shop.
also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Got the little watch.
Welcome to Constellation.
We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of...
Yeah, what happened to Earth? Like, why is it in that state? Like, why did everybody leave to, you know, go to other planets and settle different stuff? Like, I feel like this could be a really interesting story. I'm really excited to hear what, you know, Bethesda comes up with.
One of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god, look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Oh, okay. Cool. The aliens look cool.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
Oh, so Incident 11. Seems like a safe place to work.
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
The Wild West. Give me some of that space cowboy.
The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
RPG adventure.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
This Han Solo
Ranger
simulator.
relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform,
A little bit of
but is now
cyberpunk
known
now.
throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Okay.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Whoa.
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are
Now,
still
this is
plenty
an M
of
for mature
unclaimed
game,
systems
so-
to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers.
Pirates.
All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
Okay.
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
Yeah. Pirate stuff.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there,
Whoa.
waiting for you.
You got the beach.
A slice of humanity's...
Come on, CIG. Really? We can't get bikinis? Come on, CIG. I'm just kidding. You know, but we got... Looks like we could go on vacation in this game. I like to see it. We got some beaches. Bethesda's really packing it in this game. Everything that you could think of. It looks like it's right here. I'm excited. This is exciting. This game looks good. I don't know about you, but I think this game looks good. Let's keep going.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, come on. Come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out.
Yeah, that's a good question. Can you die? What happens if you die? Is it just like you start from your last save location? Which would make sense. Again, it's a single player RPG.
You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
This looks like a really good
character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in.
Okay.
Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when
yours is going to come in. I can tell already that the storytelling in this is going to be pretty good. It looks like just about everything has voice lines, and you're going to be interacting with a lot of NPCs in the game. That seems like it's going to be really powerful and
handy. Cool. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. Okay. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew, and he'll give you gifts, if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
Whoa!
My favorite trait is
what? Why would anybody want that? The guy seems like a psycho.
You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Okay.
My God!
I came across some hostile zealots in space,
cool.
But because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives
your
you
decisions
buff
really
when your
matter.
health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view!
Okay.
It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you off that guy? Come on. Man. I feel like people might mod his character. That's all I'm gonna say. That is really cool, though. I think that character creator.
Once you've
really
built
cool.
the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill.
Okay.
Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, that looks like a pretty interesting system.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Oh, wow. Look at that!
Out of the gate, I'm boost packing everywhere.
Boost pack.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
Melee, okay, this was another one of those things I wanted to know about.
That one's a lot of fun.
That looks cool. I'm probably
invest in the skills.
I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of that.
I'm
you know?
very much a stealth player. So
Yeah, I don't
I'm
like
out there
stealth.
pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being
I'm
stealthy
gonna be the melee player. I think so. I think I'm gonna be
slowly
the melee
creeping
player.
through vents like you're in a movie,
But stealth is
and
cool
then jumping
too.
out and springing on people.
Nice.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits.
Nah, I don't like all the talking stuff. Let me show me who I need to punch to get where I want to go. Okay, that's gonna be my playstyle. All this talking stuff, that ain't it. That's not for me. But it looks like a pretty powerful system, and you can see here they have like the +1, +3, 5, and 6, kind of the different things that you could kind of say in this situation to, you know, get your way through the door. That's cool.
Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them.
Now, I do have to say, this combat is not Call of Duty, okay? It looks like the way they balance this combat, it's designed to be fun for the player. And this, in my opinion, looks fun. It doesn't look crazy accurate. It does look kind of spongy, not gonna lie. But it looks fun. For what we're seeing here, this looks fun. And in a game like Call of Duty, accuracy is everything. Tightness is everything. That inertia that you get, that is everything. But in this looks like it's very fast paced. It's very dynamic, and you have a lot of tools to attack the same situation in a number of different ways. And the amount of variety that they're saying, like you can boost pack over, you could throw landmines, you can use a knife, you can punch people, you can come about this exact scenario probably in a million different ways, and that is really cool. And that looks like it could be very fun, more fun than just going in there with a machine gun, you know. So even though it looks like it might be a little spongy, it looks fun. It looks very engaging. It looks very fast paced. So I'm glad that they're showing us, you know, this updated version of the combat. It looks like they did put a lot into it from the last time we saw combat.
I like blowing stuff up.
Grenades.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games.
Okay.
In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We study
Yeah, I can
data
tell.
from NASA and a multitude of other sources to
definitely
help
get
us
that-
make the
that
world
feeling.
feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way
Yeah,
we
the
placed biomes based on the
weather
planet's
effects
distance from the sun.
looks really good.
Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Okay.
It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet,
This looks really
the alleys
good.
of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Oh, here we go with the
Space
spaceships.
exploration is possible.
I'm excited to see what they say about
Your ship is
spaceships, too.
almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You
I'm
can buy a
excited
ship,
for this, man.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Show me,
customize
show me,
and
show me,
upgrade
show
that
me.
ship, and hire a crew to keep it up and running.
Okay. What
It all
else?
starts in spaceports.
Spaceports.
Every spaceport has a ship
That ship
technician
was cool.
where you
Whoa.
can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting.
Okay.
Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions. or
Space
even do a
trucker?
little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes.
Yeah, let's go.
You
Let's
can
see it.
customize and upgrade everything you see here.
Well, okay, whoa. Reactor, cargo hold, bay, landing gear, cockpit, weapons, engines, hab, fuel tanks, grav drive, docking, collar, docker, shield generator, cowling. Okay, so there are different pieces here, and you're putting them together in modules. That makes sense too. It kind of lends to that NASA punk type vibe, because you know space stations and spaceships are they're built out of modules right now. So it looks like this is an extension of that, you know, where spaceships are, you know, made up of each module that you kind of piece together.
And you have two ways to do that.
Two ways, okay.
You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps.
Nice.
You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want.
Thank you.
The
Yes.
parts you choose to build with don't just
that's so
affect your
good.
ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons.
Okay.
Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every
That's a
piece
cool
of
bridge.
your ship. From
It's
living
big.
quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything.
That's a cool looking ship. I'm not gonna lie. I like that kind of more industrial looking spaceship. It looks cool. Because after all, you know, I'm an industrial player. I like the industrial gameplay stuff. I also like combat too. So, you know, like generally I like a mix of a little bit industrial and combat. Those are the two things I like doing the most. So yeah. Now, can you have multiple ships? How many ships can you have? You know, can you have a fleet? Can you know, have ships in different, you know, ports?
You want.
Just keep going.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
Okay.
The HMS Platypus, as I called it. Where it had a giant tail to it.
Still kind of cool looking.
And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's
Okay.
really whatever your imagination is.
What?
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of...
Oh my goodness. You're never going to hear the end of this on Spectrum or Reddit. You guys, take a deep breath. Okay? I can already tell this is going to be some kind of firestorm on Reddit and Spectrum. I'm just going to stay off those sites for the next week, to be honest with you. I think the game looks good. I think it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. That's it. Simple. It's not, it just looks like a fun game. And that's okay. The space sci-fi genre should have more good fun games. Let's keep going.
Constellation can join you on your journey.
Yeah, I can't control what Reddit and Spectrum does. They're off in their own world, so let's just keep going.
These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts.
Okay, so that's what I want to know. I want to know if they're like predefined companions.
Some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can
That's so corny. It's so corny.
Always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Okay.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
You got crew slots.
And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
Okay.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there. Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Okay, that's cool. I'm not trying to pause too much during this part. I kind of just want to take it all in and kind of understand what's going on here.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Oh, that's cool. COG.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours.
Oh, wow.
Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Okay.
But space is way more than fighting for your life.
That's really cool. Okay, that's really cool. You can capture other ships and, you know, expand your fleet. I didn't know you could do that. Ah, you know what? I actually think there was some kind of leak about that. About being able to do that. I think that was leaked. In the rumor mill somewhere. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Good.
There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all these sandwiches and put them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly.
I gotta admit, I also like that looting. I am a loot goblin. Give me all the loot. I don't care if I need it. If I don't, I want it. Give it to me now. So I'm probably been doing a lot of that as well. You know,
it's possible.
It is what it is.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests.
Okay.
And it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear.
Whoa.
We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Did you see that?
Okay. Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff.
Okay, here we go.
Just take a little break
the
and
watch,
show you something
the special
a little
edition,
bit different.
The little.
You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and
I've already kind of seen this stuff leaked.
to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game,
let's see it.
We've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with.
How expensive is this thing going to be?
We really took as much care.
It's like a real smartwatch.
We did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world.
I might need to get this.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the
That's
time.
cool.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome.
Might have to get
it is
this
now,
too.
you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship.
That looks sick. I'm not gonna lie, that looks sick.
We've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox, and this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Looks okay. You know, the headset, take it or leave it, but the controller, I'm 100% buying that. I don't care. You know, I gotta buy that. And the watch, I don't know yet. It depends on the price. I don't know how much the watch is gonna be. If it's like 200 bucks, if it's like 200 bucks, maybe. If it's like 500 bucks, absolutely not. But if it's a real smartwatch, it's probably not going to be 50 bucks. You know what I mean? If it's a real smartwatch, I'm thinking it might be like $100 to $200.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic
really
level.
Good.
The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
You can scan the whole planet.
Cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that,
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, is that it is kind of more like No Man's Sky, where you land on a spot and then it just builds the terrain and places stuff on it, so you come across different content. So more than likely, your experience on the same planet might be different than somebody else's experience on the same planet. Now, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that leads to a lot of replayability, a lot of dynamic experiences. So if you watch someone else's playthrough of this, it's not going to be your playthrough. And that's kind of one of the biggest things in gaming right now, is that you can basically watch someone else play a game, and that's the whole game. But with this, if you watch someone else play this game, it will be completely different from what you do. The way you make your character, the way you pick your traits, the way you react to what NPCs let you do. Maybe your trait doesn't allow you to take a mission from an NPC, or maybe it makes that mission more difficult because your trait is different. Maybe you come across a location in a different place. So one person's playthrough is going to be completely different than another person's playthrough. And that is really powerful in this modern era of gaming, because you, again, now that there's streaming games and YouTube guides and all this stuff, it kind of, you know, shrinks the gaming industry to where you can experience the entire game by just watching someone else play it. With Starfield, I don't think that will be the case. With Starfield, you will definitely, you know, have a lot more emergent experiences than that.
We have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Yeah, that's what I was just, you know, saying. It would be a different playthrough for each person. Okay, so you go through some airlocks, there might be a loading. I mean, it's quick. This might be a larger zone, so they had to, you know, have a little transition screen there. Not the end of the world, but that is interesting. I do have to say, these NPCs seem really goofy. Like, what are they doing right now? And you know, I don't want to, you know, knock them too hard on that, because NPCs are hard to do, but those NPCs look like they're just kind of old. Like, why was that guy running across the, like, you're in a firefight right now, what are you doing?
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet, whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views.
That was really
With the
good.
help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
Look at the rain.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
Lightning?
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife.
Yeah, these look really good.
Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Oh man, this looks great. I'm not even gonna lie, this looks great. Look at the cave. Wow, bro. Say less. For real. The stars.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp.
Okay, base building.
Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam.
That's dope.
Where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
A lot of people can spend a lot of time doing that. I can already tell you. That's going to be a huge part of what people do. Customizing things and decorating and making the outposts, you know, produce different things. Look at the little landing pads, chairs, windows.
Add crafting and research stations in your outposts to utilize any resources you find or already have. Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds.
Okay.
All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
Yeah, like I said before,
we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before.
There's some pretty cool looking weapons, I'm not gonna lie.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around.
Okay.
And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying.
Yeah, boosting around looks like it's going to be a lot of
Zero-gravity
fun.
environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards.
Okay.
Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists,
yes,
or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Okay.
Starfield's got you covered.
Wow. He's frozen. Whoa. Okay. Did he just use the Force?
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play
can
it,
wield the
we're always
Force?
sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it.
They're trying to get
So
Game of
let's
the
hear
Year
some
with
of their
this
favorite
one.
moments.
This is gonna
I love the way that
This
our
is gonna
final
compete with
combination of all the new tech
Tears
has
of the
come
Kingdom
together to create some of the most
for Game
beautiful
of the Year for
sunsets and
sure.
sunrises we've ever had
If
in any
it
of our
comes
games.
out and it
I love the creatures,
performs
the
well,
exploration,
if
every
it's not
biome is
crazy
different.
buggy,
The word that comes to mind is vast.
if it's not crazy buggy
I like to
and
use
like
our photo
glitchy,
mode to take rock star photos.
okay, screenshot
I just
simulator.
love that constant feel of discovery, and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
Yeah, there's a lot here. I think I'm an hour in right now. This video, if you're still watching with me right now, thank you so much. This game looks cool. I'm gonna play this game. You know, that's basically all I have to say. I'm gonna play this game, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna have hours and hours and hours of gameplay. People are gonna be playing this game for the next decade for sure. Even if it does come out buggy and broken, you know, there'll probably be patches, mods to clean it up. There's a lot here to be excited about, in my opinion. Now, there's still more to go, and we're gonna get into that, but there's a lot here to be excited about, I think.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
Yep.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
Wow.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
Audio design,
planets, the day-night cycle,
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom.
the ending.
Basco, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout.
Oh.
I love it. Some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go. Good luck, Constellation.
Wow. Okay. Woo. Wow. Okay, so there is a ton to unpack about that. I'm sure there are going to be content creators who are going to be making videos for a long time before the lead up to this game, and there looks like there's going to be a lot of content when the game comes out. Guides are going to be made, playthroughs, all this kind of stuff. Again, this is mainly a Star Citizen channel, so I didn't want to make too many videos about this. I am gonna play this game. If you guys want me to make videos about Starfield, do content for Starfield, please leave it in the comments down below. I am excited about this game. I am a sci-fi nerd. Star Wars, Star Trek. I like space games. I think this genre definitely needs more attention. I feel like we need more good games in the genre. I don't think there needs to be one space game to rule them all type of thing. There are going to be other games that specialize in certain things that people want to experience, and I think that's a good thing. You can play multiple games at the same time, believe it or not. I mean, it can get difficult to play multiple games at the same time because I know a lot of people are busy and they have lives, but it's definitely doable. Like, play one game one day, the next game the other day, kind of go in between. I'm probably gonna do that. But yeah, this game looks cool. If you guys want to see me play it, I could definitely do that for you guys. Now, I didn't want to make a million videos about Starfield before the game came out, so I wanted to just do this one long reaction to the showcase, because I wasn't making YouTube videos regularly when the first showcase came out, so I didn't react to that. But this looks like the big, you know, reveal before the game comes out, so I figured I should react to this and just do a massive video kind of showing you guys my reaction to it. And what do I think? I think the game looks good. You know, I've said it before, I'm gonna play it, and I think it offers different things from SC, from Star Citizen, and I think that's a good thing. Now, the one thing that we didn't see, there are a few things that we didn't see in the showcase. We didn't see ground vehicles, we didn't see atmospheric flight, and they didn't talk about 30 versus 60 FPS, which again, I don't think any of those things are deal breakers. They're absolutely not. People are going to buy this game, people are going to enjoy it, and those things really don't matter in that context. Now, picking up items, mining, we didn't see anything about salvage. It doesn't need to, you know, do everything, but it needs to do certain things very well, and it looks like it's going to do certain things very well, and I'm glad to see that. One of those things is exploration. Another one of those things is base building. Another one of those things is ship building. Another one of those things is interactions with NPCs. And another one of those things is the RPG element. This, you know, story that Bethesda is going to tell with this game. Now, I know a lot of people are excited about modding. I don't. You're going to mod this game however you want, but I'm honestly more excited to see what this game has to offer. The base game looks interesting to me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you play Star Citizen, I know a lot of my audience plays Star Citizen, so you other Star Citizen players, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think this game is awesome? Do you think CIG need to step up their game? Are you going to go on Spectrum and write a novel about it? Let me know. So yeah, as I always say, if you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this from me, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. We are almost to 500 subscribers. I'm a small YouTube content creator. I like gaming, I like space games, and that's why I started this channel, because I enjoy it. You know, this channel is not monetized. I just like making content and interacting with you guys, building a community, and I want to do that with you guys. So yeah, like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Salute.